This 3TT for the win. 3TT, yeah, you know we going in. 3 typical talkers, yeah, we like talking. And it's 3 black boys, so you know we all kick. Welcome, guys, to another episode of the 3 Typical Talkers podcast. Bow. You know the vibes.
We're back.
It's your boy MGP. You already know the vibes. And I'm here with...
It's your boy Miz, Big Miz.
Bow.
And then Israel, man. Israel.
Ghana's best.
For me, we're not going to go with Ghana's best export today.
Why?
I don't feel like Ghana's best export.
Why not?
Because we lost, bro. We flipping lost, man. I don't feel like it at all.
Match is us,
Serious?
Yeah. I meant to fly out to the match.
Ah, man, nah. That wasn't it.
Was it 4-0,
Disgrace, bro.
5-0?
I didn't even...
I think it was like a 3-2 or something like
Oh,
that.
3-2.
You know exactly.
You watched the match.
Oh, that was like a 3-2, but I was dying inside because not only did Manchester United lose to some random team on the Asian tour, but my country also lost to that. I was just like, nah. Like,
That's why I find it so hard to be a football fan.
That's,
you know what I mean?
literally my thing. I said to myself, I'm giving Manchester United until 2028 before I actually just stop caring about football at all. Like,
I gave up
and
in 2019, 2018.
I've already given up, but I feel like we could get it back before 2028
we can, man.
with the right.
We can.
Life is already struggling enough. I don't need... I'm just focusing on myself.
I don't want to have the hope just to... It's 2028 now and you're still losing.
You're already having a bad day, and then the people that are meant to be good footballers, they look like they've never played football before.
I don't even know any of the players on it. I just know Ahmed, bro.
It's because I can't lie, this is the worst team we've had in like 20 years, though. That's the reason. So for me, I'm giving them till 2027. Die, bro. Ride or die, bro. Every single day.
What?
Arsenal, do you know what it is, yeah? I like Arsenal for the fact that they represent a lot of black people well. Do you know what I mean? They were the first team to field 9 black outfield players, innit? But other than that, Arsenal fans are the most delusional bunch of pricks. Yeah, bro. They're just delusional. And they're wet as well. Like, these men are posting on their TikTok, we need you guys, you fans, to support us. Even if it goes out for a throw-in, we want to hear you guys scream. Are you wet, bro? The manager, bro. The manager. Can you imagine that? Like, who is this guy?
What team do you think has the most bald uncles, like fans? I think Chelsea.
It's either Chelsea or Arsenal. It's either Chelsea or Arsenal.
I feel like it might be Arsenal more, bro.
Maybe.
Especially seeing those Arsenal FC clips, bro, and all this.
Robbie from bro. Robbie's so funny, bro. God knows.
Whoa. Anyways, how are the boys though? How's everyone's week been?
I'm good, man. How are you guys doing, man?
Life couldn't be better right now, you know? Like, me, holiday in 2 weeks. We got Mr. Mays, he's got holiday in what? Less than a week or something like that?
5 days, bro.
5
Boys
days.
are intercontinental.
You already know.
I'm saying this, and I wish I vlogged, but I don't vlog. I'm telling you now.
You vlogging, man.
This is gonna be like a generational trip.
Yeah,
I feel like I'm gonna tell my grandchildren about this trip. You get me?
Word.
It's the best way to have a trip, man.
You get me? And we're going like 7 man deep. Like,
serious.
7 man?
7 man deployed in Berlin.
7 man?
Out the location.
7 man?
Where am I going? Talk about. It's gonna be a movie, man.
No, 100.
It's my first boy trip. No, it's not. It's my first boy trip in like 2 years as well. So it's like last year we were doing something else.
Oh, you did? Oh.
That's not for the audience. That's not for the audience, lads.
Vacation there.
Yeah, this is the inside information.
Exactly.
If you want to know like the behind the scenes, so subscribe to the Patreon.
You already know.
It's coming soon.
We have a Patreon. That's what we're going to do. It's coming soon.
Last year was vacation. This year boys trip. Life comes at you fast, but you have to. You get me?
Enjoy, man.
But speaking about vacation.
Oh, my trip, I'm going out to Malta, bro. This is part 2.
Typical. I feel like
it has to be a party trip,
you be
lads.
going on like the typical. You go on holidays, people think I would go on.
Exactly. I have to be. Sometimes you have to be mediocre. You have to be generic. Sometimes, lads. That's where black people are going.
This year is Malta. Next year, Dubai or Miami.
Miami.
What's that one? Looking for my coochie daddy.
Coochie daddy is crazy, bro.
Let me not do that. Actually, edit that out.
No, I'm not.
Edit that one out.
No, nigga.
Are you excited for it?
I'm excited, but it's just like because I was very nearly not going on that trip. Do you know what I mean? So like, I only kicked into overdrive around April, got the funds, and then patterned everything. But like, sometimes, lads, you need to be able to just have memories. Like you need to be able to build things. Like life is just about experiences. If I had stayed home and then just did my birthday in my area in the Midlands, like I would have been miserable. Like I'm spending my birthday there, enjoying myself, meeting new people. That's just what life is about.
To build on what you said, I feel like we're actually getting to the age where it's like we need to be a lot more intentional with the memories that we're making.
Exactly.
And like, because it's like, especially with pictures, like, I don't really take pictures or like take videos and stuff. But I feel like I'm actually I'm trying to start, because it's like right now I don't care for it, but I know I will care for it eventually. And it's like I'm actually trying to think about that, and I even miss this whole like scrapbook era and like pictures and stuff, because it's like I'm so happy. Like I have so many pictures from my childhood and from before I was born because of my parents, and it's like I
what
feel
do you
like
mean before you were born?
like pictures of like my parents, like my parents and my siblings before and stuff like that. So it's like I kind of have a glimpse of like what was how they were living before I was there and blah blah blah. So it's like I feel like that's almost a lost art. But I think it's even bringing back with all these people like getting like digital cameras and all this type of.
I'm loving that
trends, everything.
I'm loving that aesthetic, man.
I love it, bro. I'm trying to get one still.
Same as me.
But it's like what was I saying?
I also think that I need to take more pictures and stuff.
I feel like you take too many. You take more than me. Yeah,
of myself.
Maybe not yourself. Just of general. I don't even think of yourself. Just of life. And
I think for me, I need to take more pictures of myself.
Yeah.
Just because obviously I'm gonna, by God's grace, have a kid one day, and one day they might be the age I am now.
Have you seen your parents young? I haven't.
I've seen my parents in like one picture.
Well, I don't know what they look like when I'm young.
I don't think I've seen them like younger than like 30.
You can't visualize it at that point. Just like
I don't. To be honest, I don't want to.
Well,
I don't want to. I don't want to.
As like an 8-year-old.
Why not?
I'm like, imagine if I don't rate them. Like,
that's
crazy.
That's mad.
You literally made.
I haven't heard that before.
Like, imagine this, like, boys. I don't want to be like, pops. That's you.
Nah.
You get me?
You were lame, bro. Imagine that.
Actually, I might have. You know.
Oh, is it?
I might have. I think there might have been one picture.
Okay.
Because I think that based on even like on both sides, my family that are like younger than my mom, or on my dad's side, like younger, I can see what they look like now. Like even when I go to Nigeria and I see what they look like, and they're still young, so roughly I can imagine what they
can visualize
like.
it.
But even for me, like I don't know, man, it's all part of the journey, you know.
All part of the journey, boys.
Part of the journey, like,
you need to, like, we're never gonna be this young. We're never gonna look like this, like, forever.
Exactly. So that's why this year I'm gonna try to take as many.
Exactly. Just document it.
Footage, like, because if you don't have proof, then it didn't happen.
Exactly.
Now I mean, so
that works both ways. You know what I mean? If there's no proof, no evidence, you explain tire.
No comments.
You get me?
So
you were talking about vacation or something.
Yeah, I'm just saying it's like obviously vacation 1 year. Where's trip next year? It doesn't make me think about certain things, and it doesn't make me think about dating. And I feel like that's a topic we should
focus on.
Let me look at my notes. I might have something for this. Okay. Okay. So we're talking about dating.
Yeah.
Something I've been thinking about recently is that I feel like I came up with a solution for dating in your 20s. I feel like the best thing for you to do in your 20s when you're dating is to up your market value as much as possible, as quick as possible, in every sense.
I feel like too many people's market value is too high for no reason.
Yeah. I feel like...
Name 3 traits of someone with a high market value.
Like, I mean, traits is one thing, and it's just like... I don't want to say rating yourself too much, but it's just kind of like... Don't be... standards wise and expectations, don't be unrealistic with that.
Exactly.
And I feel like too many people is like everybody cannot want the same things because not everybody can provide that.
True.
So
that's very true.
You have to, you know, sometimes you have to.
So you think find a niche?
Not a niche. Find like focus on what matters.
Yeah. I feel like, although of course you should like, you know, upgrade yourself and, you know, upgrade your market value, I feel like sometimes that leads into like a transactional love type of mindset. In a way where like
do you think that's do you think that's realistic?
Transactional love?
Yeah.
I feel like
in the day and age we're living in.
If I say what transactional
Bro,
love
you
is
know, because I'm not 14 anymore.
Or not.
Transactional love is almost.
You get.
I give you something,
You get
give me
me.
something back.
You
What's
get.
that?
You scratch your back, you scratch mine.
Exactly.
It's-
But like, I just feel like it kind of puts. I feel like you should want to upgrade your market value for yourself, not exactly if things come along and come your way where it's like.
But what do you guys
you
mean
know,
by market value? I don't.
Okay, so what I mean by market value is like, I guess, your value in the dating world.
Yeah.
As in what you value,
Like what you bring to the table.
Yeah.
Do you get me?
That
Like what you
dreaded
offer.
So when you said
sentence.
people should up their
Up
market
their
value,
market
they
value.
should up
So
as much
essentially,
as they can bring.
Finances,
As much as you can
education.
provide as a person
Yeah.
is what you should bring.
is what you should bring, and you should focus on building that as much as you can,
Yeah,
as
I agree
early
with
as you can.
Yeah.
Because there's no point wasting like years, trying to not knowing that that's all you need to do, really and truly. I think that going to the gym,
Yeah.
taking care of yourself,
Exactly.
working, like getting work experience, finding a career, finding things that you're passionate about that can bring you like some financial gain.
Yeah, you're
Focus
spitting.
on those
You're
things.
spitting. I feel
And,
like I agree with that. Like, being a provider doesn't always mean like financial. You know what I mean? I feel like being a provider can be like providing an emotional space for a girl, being reliable. You know what I mean? Being respectful and
mentally stimulating.
Exactly,
intellectual,
being
like-
able to develop both of you guys, like
Even just
any
creating
dreams.
just a space where you can just be yourself.
Exactly.
Because one thing I've noticed,
Comfort.
it took me a while, but it's
Yeah.
like, honestly, it's better to actually wait till you're slightly older to date because it's going to be so much easier.
Honestly.
And it's like,
I feel like-
you won't have to like kind of creep through the corners and like
Walk
have
on
to,
eggshells.
do you know what I mean? Like it'll be so much easier to maneuver so many situations when you're closer to being the version of yourself that you need to be.
One thing I want to say quickly is that, like, you shouldn't put yourself in a position where you ever feel like you're not sufficient for whoever you're with.
Exactly.
Do you get me? You should never allow yourself to be in a position where
What do you think people should do when they realize they're in that position? Now?
they should take space to themselves and work on themselves
And just develop, lock in.
Literally,
But
bro.
at the same time, although I agree with that, I also feel like sometimes you do need, necessary experiences like with another person in
Learning
order to
curves.
grow.
Yeah,
Do you know what I mean? Of course, like you want to be in a position where you can be the type of man you want for your girl, innit?
Yeah.
But like you should also remember that like there's a lot of nuance, there's a lot of
Sometimes
not life
at
isn't
the
always
same
black
time,
and white,
it's like
you know?
you can't. I'm in two ways about it because it's like sometimes it's like you don't want to be focusing on yourself so much and being like the best version of yourself.
That you block out that side.
Not
of
even
yourself.
that, but then the people that are coming to you or like I don't want to say that you're too good for people, but it's like almost feel as if you locked them for so
No,
long.
you right. You right.
And you don't
Nah,
what you
that's
needed
bro.
to do.
Say it, bro. Nah, you're right.
And then everyone around you hasn't, or it's like
I'm not
it's like-
gonna lie.
it's
That's
like,
I'll be honest. That's a big fear I have, bro. No, like I'm not even trying to be cocky or anything, but in terms of even just life experience, when you set certain goals for yourself and you achieve them, like let's say one thing that we can all sit here and say is we all finished our leaving cert.
Yeah.
Like not everybody in the world in Ireland has finished a leaving cert, has
true.
done a leaving cert, and has moved to college. You get me?
Yeah.
But that's something we set our minds to, we achieved. And for me, that's how I view any goal. It's like once you do everything you need to do, you will get the result.
I agree.
So when it comes to now like upping your market value, if you're on that path to doing it, it's only a matter of time before you become you become more valuable in terms of, let's say, either you're healthier, you're mentally stronger, more disciplined, financially you've made more money, accumulated more like
funds.
streams of income or whatever,
Yeah.
and like even found more purpose. You get me? So for me, it's not that you're a different person. You've just developed and you've become stronger and you've grown in a positive way.
You become a more fuller version of yourself.
You've exactly a fuller version, and because of that fact, you can't necessarily allow yourself to feel like you can't allow yourself to feel like, oh, But the old me would have talked to certain types of people, so I should still do that. It's like you have to let yourself get to that point and then see what you want to do there.
Yeah.
Not necessarily let the thought of what am I going to do when I'm there like stop you from getting there to find out what you actually want to do when you're there, if you get me.
I hear it. I definitely hear it.
Can't lie.
That's food for thought, lads. Like, that's something to really deep.
Really go there for
you know.
I won't lie.
That's
People are saying.
Is there anything else I wanted to say about? Because I think when it comes to this, like navigating dating and stuff like that, it's like I've kind of just realized it's even with like the way I view love and stuff. It's just like sometimes I don't even really feel like getting into it because it's like it's not controversial, but it's just a bit.
Do you know the way I see it? Like, take away, strip everything back, the money, you know, finances. I feel like the core thing you should focus on when you are, looking for a relationship is to find somebody that is pursuing you intentionally and consistently. And that goes both ways.
You see, one thing that I've a question I've always had is, can you actually, like, I guess, love someone without unconditional acceptance?
Nah.
I don't even know how I even feel about unconditional acceptance because like, I feel like if you're just accepting, you're just like you're kind of a dope. Like you kind of like you need to have boundaries.
Yeah. You need to have boundaries. But you know, if I'm being honest, there's truth to what you're saying on both sides. Where it's like doing that could be exactly what you need to do with the right person.
Yeah.
But then doing that with the wrong person.
How would you know when it's the right person? You know how many people have done
this?
That's true.
That's a risk.
It's a gamble.
That's what a relationship is. You have to be willing to open yourself up to this, you know.
I can never be that person that just dates bare people. Some of the boys you're like on girlfriend number
don't get
4 or
tired.
5 and you're not even like you're not even mid-20s yet.
Do you know what I mean? I feel
too
like
much headache, lads.
I feel like the unconditional acceptance is something that I wouldn't risk using something like that now on anyone.
Okay.
Because the type of connection you might build at this age now with a person when you unconditionally accept who they are is just too, like, that person could have an effect on potentially the rest of your life, potentially, depending on how far things go.
Like
all relationships
resentment.
Yeah, exactly. But it's like, do you want to be 10 years down the line, moved on, let's say you're happy with someone else, and like there's somebody who anytime you see them you feel a type of way about, like you feel that
like
resentment, spiteful or whatever, there's still like something there.
I feel like that's more so like an issue with yourself. Like if you haven't, regardless of what they've done to you, if you have to take the time, that's now your responsibility to deal with. You know what I mean? So if you feel like vindictive, you feel spite towards somebody like 10 years down the line.
But sometimes
problem,
like,
bro. It is. Resentment always builds. You know what I mean? But
even this guy has done something to me years ago. I'm still waiting to get
pissed. I'm still pissed.
Sorry, baby.
You're saying
it's okay. You can be sorry now.
That's bad.
He who laughs, laugh. Soon, one is coming.
Just know, in fact, we were speaking about this the other day. Just know, whoa, if you like violate,
bro.
I'm telling you, I am not the nigga people want to play the game.
Let me. Should I explain to them what happened?
No. Let's.
Why not, bro? Why not, bro?
Not for the pod.
I'm gonna give him like a few months.
A
few months, we'll see.
It won't be today. It won't be tomorrow. There'll be something.
He gonna come.
It's not a game niggas want to play with me, bro.
Okay,
I'll be honest, it's not Storm.
What do we think about dating apps like Hinge?
I feel like dating apps are dystopian because it's like one thing that I like to do is I like to kind of just look at things as what they are, just kind of come out of my body and just look at things in like the grand scheme of things and stuff. And it's like literally you're downloading an app to find whether if it's like something for something casual, you're looking for something short term, long term. Like it just like it's the fact that some people actually, I find it. It's not that I don't find it hard to understand. I'm just surprised that society has gotten to a point where certain people have to download an app to actually find the person that they might marry.
Exactly.
I find that so crazy.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's like Black Mirror, lads.
It is
dystopian.
It's actually
Black Mirror, but I'm not surprised by it at all, because from Facebook times, that's essentially what
it's true. But it's like that's the sole purpose. It's like, were people actually going on Facebook in order to find a wife?
True. But like I know someone who's like touching 30, probably like 28 right now, and his parents met on a dating app. Like,
like I don't think it's impossible or stuff, because some of the boys that are partners now, they met from dating apps and stuff, and it's like I do hear it, but it's just kind of like, if you look at it as what it is, it's just a bit it's a bit kind of makes me uneasy sometimes, because it's like you're literally on the app and you're swiping the people that you find attractive and you're talking to them from there, and it's just kind of like, whatever happened to just going outside and touching grass? Like I'm not gonna lie, like,
and interacting with people in real life,
and it makes it harder. And I think the main reason is really just social media and stuff. And it's like people have gotten so out of touch with. Like I feel like
COVID,
it's warped that perception a lot.
Before COVID, though, I feel like people were still a bit like you know them times where actually I've probably done, I'm sure you guys have done as well, where you go to a party. This was obviously like years ago, not now. You go to a party, you see a girl that you know, you text her when you get home, I saw you today. What's that about? Like,
I never did that.
Disclaimer, I did never ever have I done that. It's only him. It's only him. This one
I've never done that as well still. But it's like how have we, like, do you know what I mean? It's just kind of like
you've lost our touch with like physical connection.
We have.
And the older generation will always, like, that's one thing the older generation always talk to me about. Like, what actually ever happened to just walking over and just talking to
exactly. That's one thing that I love about, even sometimes just about Dublin in general, but like even public transport, because sometimes you don't know what you're gonna see. You could end up having some interaction with like just a random.
I love those. I'm so bad for it. But it's always like the older generation.
Yeah, it feels like an enlightenment or something, like a spiritual encounter or something. Sometimes the stuff they say, bro.
When old Irish people are kind, they're the sweetest people on earth.
Get me?
The sweetest people on earth,
bro.
If I say one conversation I had like last week, I don't even know if I can say it. Honestly, because he's illegal, but like, I was just kind of like, I was even trying to like, okay, I'll briefly say, your man came from Amsterdam and he brought whatever people are using in Amsterdam to Dublin, and I was just kind of like, how the hell did you get away with it? And it was like, but I was so wary of, like, I wasn't trying to make it seem as if I was interested, because the uncle was sitting right in front of me, and I could just hear, I could see his hairs just moving up and down. So I know he was locked in with the conversation. But I was just kind of like, I feel like I'm always so, like, it's always me having conversations like this, and it's just kind of like, I just wonder is like what is it about me that makes them so comfortable just talking and just saying random things
just
to you.
Trauma dumping.
Like, I think it's I don't ignore them. I feel like a lot of people ignore, like, when these lot try to like chat to them in public and stuff. But I'll talk to anybody. Like, that's the what I do, innit?
That's the way.
It's that social connection thing.
You need to.
But it's what I feel like I crave it more than, like, because I think stuff like that makes me feel human. And I feel like
it does,
in this day and age, it's so easy to not, like,
it's so easy to be locked in your own shell. It's so easy to be isolated from everyone. Do you know what I mean? And that's what social media, I think, like,
it enforces.
It kind of enforces that, because it's like you're at home on your phone watching other people's lives, and sometimes the more you do that, you might actually just realize, like, maybe you don't need to go out. Maybe you can just watch everything from home, or you know what I mean, or even like going through the process of going up to someone to talk to them, just to talk. If you get me, I feel like these days, if you go up to someone, it seems like you have like some sort of intention.
Bro, everyone always thinks something to them, bro.
But I feel like that's even a European thing compared to an American thing. In America, they're very comfortable with like interacting with strangers. If you ever noticed that. But in Europe, any mainland Europe country,
I don't even think it's just
closed off. Like
not all of them though. To be honest,
the Irish are friendlier than average. Like,
but I'd say the places you go to, if you go as a tourist, I feel like the way tourists act in other countries might not necessarily be the way they act in their own country.
No, definitely.
If you get me. So I feel like any experience you have outside your own country, there's a bit of bias to it, because it's like you're going to be in a better mood. You're going to be like more willing to, like, you know, explore or, you know, adventure or have fun.
That's true.
While then when you're in your own country, you're not as, you know, outgoing or willing to, like,
it's all you know, like,
exactly,
really, you know. hype prefer it? Like,
because with me, I know like when I go to a country, as soon as I touch in that airport, I'm
talk
like,
to everybody.
I'm like a greyhound.
Yeah,
you know them
bro.
racing greyhound. Like, anything I see, I'm just mad social, and it's like I'm trying to get like that more in Ireland though. As well. Like just kind of just
Same
talking
as
to
me.
people for the sake
But
of talking.
and my thing is, I feel like there's consequences for being mad social in Ireland, bro.
I agree.
Because there's like stereotypes and stigma attached to like why is he talking to everyone? Why does he know everyone?
The last time you want to be labeled as a friend,
you get me? Like what's
you don't want that
like,
label.
honestly,
once
man,
it attaches to you, it's hard for it to.
It's hard for it to go because I feel like sometimes, even in terms of like even dating, it might not necessarily. It could affect your market value. It could affect your market value. You get me? So I'm like, if someone thinks someone they're potentially dating is too friendly, or is too friendly, they might attach a label to them because of that. And I feel like when you're honest about who you are as a person, it's like it can either come across like you have bare experience doing this, or you're too nice. If you get me.
You see what it is, I've been told that like my calmness, like with the way I interact with people, and like it comes off as a type of way of like I clearly have experience. That's why I can I guess do it effortlessly, or like I'm not like it's almost like I guess second nature and stuff. But it's like my thing is, well, I speak to everybody the same way. So it's like when it even comes to like game or blah blah blah, I don't think I even really have it. I just speak to people because it's like once you start entering your head too much about what am I gonna say, blah blah blah. It's just kind of like just talk,
just be real, man.
Do you know what I mean? Just talk, and I feel like a lot of people value that more than corny pickup lines or blah blah blah. Like just talk.
And you know what?
Are you from Tennessee?
Just talk, bro. Open your mouth.
Like man.
I'm only starting to learn that. Like I say in my early 20s now. I feel like this year's I've really started to get that. Like just strip back every aspect of the conversation. Just realize you're communicating with another human being.
Exactly.
And it's like most of the time you want that experience to be as enjoyable as possible. Like, because it's like, why would I talk to you just to? I'm not trying to go out of my way to interact with you just to feel weird about it afterwards.
Or the convo being dead.
Like, you get me? What's the point of me going out my way to talk to you just for there to be like awkwardness or tension or like some just feeling uncomfortable? Like, I'd rather not. Do you know what I mean? So obviously, I feel like for things to change in terms of communication, people need to kind of like bring down their walls a bit as to not expect everyone to have these like malicious intentions.
It's true.
And just be more open-minded to just human interaction. You know what I mean? Just, it's like, let's say the weather is nice or it's hot or something, and you see something like, the weather's nice. Like, I feel like I can't say that to young people. I feel like I can only talk like that to like an elderly lady or an elderly man. Like, if I was standing beside someone, I said, the sun's really shining today. You should just look at you. Like,
who's this guy?
I'm even thinking, how would I even respond?
You know what I mean?
Because it's like, I feel like it's just so like I feel no one really knows how to react in situations like that, because it's like you're caught off guard. You know what I mean? Like you don't leave your house expecting that to happen.
But we should normalize it. Definitely
we should. Honestly, we really
it.
should.
Just communicating.
I feel like we're just, I don't know, we're losing touch.
I wanted to ask something. What are 3 questions you need to know or ask about potential like?
Okay, I think I'll go
partner.
You go first. To be honest, I feel like there's 3. Like
Wait, should we do 1 each or should we do 3 each?
3 each. Okay. I don't even think I have 3. Okay, my one thing is
these are one isn't even a question. I'll hold that to you boys.
Okay, so one of them is there anything I should be concerned about?
First,
and I mean this is on the physical realm and on the spiritual realm. Because you see, the thing is, you know that episode of the 90s Baby Show with Tom Matucci talking about the witches and stuff. You know, one thing that he said that has never, like, actually scared me is when your man was sleeping with a girl and he woke up in the middle of the night and she was doing backflips. But you know that, like bro, ever since then I'm just kind of like, Just looking at some of these girls. Do you do backflips like this?
My body will start itching me, boys, if I saw that.
Like,
or people who like to go to the beach in Ireland.
Get me all this man water, like, whoa.
In Ireland? Come on now.
Anyway, so that's number one. Is there anything I should be concerned about?
Yeah.
Like crazy boyfriends, blah blah blah. Is there like, if like I'm seeing with you, like, is there anyone that would be follow me on Insta now and blah blah? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
how'd you get her Insta?
Do you get me? What? I need to make sure that you're not attached to anybody. Two, what is the craziest thing you've done to a man? I feel like a lot of people aren't honest, as in like, are you a psychopath?
Oh,
like,
fair.
Like, are we like?
Do you think a psychopath is gonna answer that question? Like,
but they do, you know. I'm telling you,
so?
I've gotten crazy answers, bro.
Sometimes they're proud of it as well.
I have.
Damn, that's
It's true.
That's even worse.
The thing about me is that
Run.
I psychoanalyze people, so it's like sometimes I'm a bit more subtle with it, and I kind of just ask like questions that, what's your favorite color? If they say certain colors, I know the type of person you are.
That's okay. That's a stretch, bro.
I ask underlying questions because it's like they're obviously not going to say it like, oh yeah, like I beat men, like I bang men. But sometimes it's like they might slip. They always find a way to slip.
I'm not even gonna lie. That's happened to me like the last like 2 times where I actually asked like someone that question. They told me like, they explained it to me, and they somewhat like justified it. And it's a touchy subject, of course. So it's like, all I have to say is on any side, I don't think that's the answer.
It's never.
But sometimes some people might feel like if you push them to a limit, they can't control.
Can one girl tell me that she broke a nigga's piece? That's the craziest thing she's done. Bro,
Jesus Christ of Nazareth.
I was just looking at my phone. I remember the day I was in uni. I was in the lectures. Looking at my phone. I was like,
no.
I was like, am I in danger?
In this
like,
where you were talking to her like face
no, not
to face.
not face to face.
Ring the guards. Ring the guards. The guards have to be around, boy, lads.
And I just saw that, I was like, wow, like you couldn't even eat this. And you know, this was in the first like.
Was she laughing when she said that as well?
Like, no, it was on text. It was like in the first 10 text messages. I was like,
I think I'm gonna be sick.
Wow. Obviously, she explained that, and I was like,
but that's the part that scares me. How do you explain that?
How?
It was a few years ago in it, so it was like, but I was just kind of like,
she was a different person.
Now we have a guy walking around Dublin, and he has an elbow, lads. Elbow down there, lads. Come on.
He just has a permanent cast.
Wow, like so that I want like that question. I'm never gonna stop asking that question. But that's how you weed out the people that are just mad.
100.
And then the third question is like, I don't know. I think it's just really just general. Like I just need to like
get suss them out.
Like see what you know what I mean. Like, but those are the 2 main ones. I just need to know if you're just mad. Like, if you're mad, just stay away from me, bro.
For me, I say it's kind of one, but it can be 2. The first one is I need to see your reposts on TikTok. The second one is I need to see your For You page on TikTok. And then anything else, probably along the lines of, like who are you? Like, where'd you come from? Like, you know what I mean?
Upbringing,
like, what have you been
like
doing?
You know these last
few.
Sometimes you know when you meet somebody, you're just like, what have you been?
Like,
like you almost feel like some people just spawned out of nowhere.
You get me, bro? Like,
it's like, where the hell were you? Like when I was doing this and that, like
raising the forest or something.
Why haven't we met before?
You get me? Like, there's so many people that have actually spawned, and I'm just kind of like, where?
Like, bro.
So many.
Phoenix Park, lads.
Bro, like, I don't get it. Like, it's actually. It was actually like sometimes I actually kind of think about it, and I'm like, I'm kind of concerned because it's like, how am I only seeing you now?
People,
this is alarming.
And then sometimes you find out the answer.
Yeah,
you find out
the hard way, lads.
It's true, boy.
Very, very true.
That's one thing I can never fully wrap my head around. But to be fair, some people probably feel the same way about me. But it's like sometimes because there was a time where I felt like I've seen everybody.
Bro, even right now I feel like that. Like I feel like I can't meet anyone new, but I'm not gonna lie. Recently I did, but like apart from that, like
I feel like every time I step out, I always do though.
Yeah,
I always see someone that I've never seen before.
It's true. That's even one reason why like I don't know, man. I feel like stepping now and seeing the same people can be a bit off-putting, but hey.
But I feel like we're gonna go to somewhere else.
Yeah. Okay, let's focus.
Okay.
What's your thing?
I got like 2 in the first one isn't even really a question.
Wait, before you talk, is it? I just wanted you to ask us, is it anything that you're going to say that you shouldn't say?
Yeah, bro.
This is going to be.
I'm scared of you, man.
I know it's going to be something a bit treacherous there, but this one is actually.
Like, talk about what's your PhD?
God forbid, not the podlands, not the boss. Nah.
I know you can't do that one, man.
You already know. For me, this one is actually going to be discipline. Some realistic advice.
Okay.
The first one isn't even really a question. It's more so like your approach to conflict. You know what I mean?
Okay.
It's more of an observation that I take, you know what I mean, than actually like speaking to them.
Okay.
So like, disagreements will arise eventually in
Man, start the disagreements on purpose, man.
You know what I mean? Well,
I don't like it when people
do it, man. I'm telling you now,
for me, I'm a very passive person for the most part. I don't even, for me, like to even raise my voice, you have really brought me to a point where it's serious, you know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, if you approach conflict with lack of accountability, you're now belittling me, you know what I mean? Speaking crazy on me, mentioning things that I've told you in confidence, and now you're doing evil. I'm like,
belittling things.
It's so bad,
bro. I don't even know how to explain it yet, bro. Like when a girl belittles you,
I feel like it's always the girls that are older than you as well.
You get me? And like they're smaller than you, and everything they look so gentle and they look so calm, and their mouth is just sharp.
So sharp,
oh
lads.
My god!
Like it was show. You're looking at it like, eh? What? Me, bro? What?
That feeling is the
worst. It's horrible. It's horrible.
You can't even believe it. You almost want to wipe your head.
No, your brain takes a screenshot, boys. It's actually horrible.
Wow. Sometimes I want to just teleport out. Like,
God knows. So yeah, with that, it's like I see your approach to conflict, and I'm like, look, if you tick any of those boxes, I'm off, bro. I'm not
Get
out of here. And 2, if your pinky toe has a nail on it, boys, I have to be honest.
If it has a nail,
you
don't want it to have a nail.
No, it must have a nail.
Oh, okay.
Because if it doesn't, like, what's going on there? Do you have any fungal disease? Did you? Did you get your foot? You already know all that toe stopping. Did you get your foot run over by a car or something? You're not.
You can't look where you're going.
Exactly. You don't respect yourself whatsoever.
Oh boy.
How can you be, doing up white toes and you can only do 4 on one foot, bro? Come on now. We can't do that. We can't do that.
Allow her, man.
Nah, I can't.
There's even 2 more questions that
she has low iron.
You can't be using that.
So anemic, babe. Nail just popping off.
2 questions that I also forgot to add is one of them is, how many followers do you have on Spotify?
Ooh,
because I feel like that's a lot of them, if not 80% of them are going to be Phil talking stages. So if you have like more, unless like you're known for like your music taste and stuff,
that's
how many do you have?
But I don't know.
I have 1.
I only got like 14.
Yeah,
but like
14,
those are actually 14, friends though. 14,
you're a hoe, bro. You're a hoe.
No, it's because I love my music.
I love my music as well, but it's like I only have.
I never thought about it like that.
A lot of them will be Phil talking stages, and another one is I need to see your Bluetooth connected list.
Okay.
Wow.
If I'm seeing,
do you know what? You know what? Yeah, I've been struggling with trust issues. And all this conversation is making me go deeper.
It's good.
I can't.
Giving you anxiety,
bro.
God damn.
I don't even. I was gonna say block list, but I don't even. That's even.
I was thinking about that.
I don't even want to see your block list.
I don't know.
Oh my god, why do you want my phone? Don't even bother. That one is a bit.
Yeah, it's a bit
because there's a story for at least.
Yeah, man. Man.
God damn it.
Them ones that you block them, but they blocked you first. Like, I mean, like,
bro,
like
that's so real.
Just out of spite.
But like, you see, with the whole social media thing, do you not even feel like you can like what you want to on social media?
I don't care right now. Like, I don't care.
You might have seen my reposts.
Yeah, but I feel like I can't. Shocking. I remember, the other day I must have liked something. It was a video of like, I don't know if you've seen that like meme of like Drake driving.
Drake driving,
and he's like smiling or laughing or something.
He's laughing, innit?
And the caption was, coming back from a night that you know you have to forget or something. I'm just I'm laughing. I liked it. My sister sends it to me. She's like, "Why you like it?" Yeah. I'm thinking, I said this because I'm young and lit.
Exactly.
But it's like, even like for moments before that, I'm just like, there's times where I like something, I'll go back and I'll unlike it. I don't want people to like, because I was like, my humor can be quite dark sometimes, and it's like, I don't want people to like think I'm like that, even though I am, but it's like, you don't even really need to know that. Or it's like, I don't want someone to be like, because I won't like, I've been nicked for liking stuff that I shouldn't like before. To say that, exactly. And it's like, sometimes it's like, I can't. It's like you're forcing me to go back to my logic as to why I don't know. And sometimes I don't even know why.
Man. That you gotta get those people out your head, man. You gotta be yourself, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Life is too short, lads.
Because I wasn't meant to like that. I'm not gonna.
I hear that. There's a bit of for the brand, for the brand. Maybe certain things like you obviously don't want to like or post or whatever. But that's happened with me before, where it was like, I won't lie. Even the thing I liked, it's just something I would never even do, but it was one of them like videos of some guy dancing with a girl in a club, and it was like, if you see me like this with my ex, leave me. I'm where I want to be. Nah, I can't do that. I'm not doing that. What? It was actually kind of funny though. Like
that one is dangerous.
I'm single. I'm liking it. Like obviously, I'm not. It's not about anybody, but it's like.
But any potential prospect is gonna see that.
Yeah, she sent it to me. She's like, what the hell is this supposed to mean?
When they start saying, what the hell is this?
Like, what the hell?
What the hell?
Come on, man.
I wouldn't like it, but I'd repost it into close friends on Instagram.
Okay, yeah, I should have done that.
You just post into close friends.
I feel like I had to stand on business since then. I was like, you know what? Like,
I do what I want. Like,
I tried to stand on business. It didn't even work. I wasn't even. I'll be honest. Like, I was in the wrong in it because it was a picture of someone that I guess I wasn't meant to like in it. But it's like, sometimes I'm
like
even
what
thinking,
you like, man.
I'm even thinking, I like that.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, damn,
that was me.
That's of concentration.
For me, I have good taste.
Wow.
You know when
I like that though.
One thing I've realized is but you're using that to grill me though.
No, but I like it when a girl is strict though. Yeah. It's very, very length.
Nah,
just
but it's not
actually. It gets to a point. It gets to
you get me. It's like, are you my mom? Like, what the hell?
Oh, bro, that are you my mom thing is real, bro. I think sometimes.
At the same time, you have to make sure that you're not acting like somebody's dad as well. Though. That goes both ways.
It's always the oldest daughters as well.
I don't know how much of a bad thing that is.
What is?
If I'm being honest, like this is just me personally. I'm not saying anyone in general should like adopt this view, but I don't know how bad it is for someone you're dating to sometimes
take on the role of
like make you feel or remind you of your mom
to a degree.
Do you get me? Because there's some aspect of nurture in there,
to a degree. If there's something on my lip, wipe it off.
Do you get me? Like stuff like that.
Don't be telling me when to go to bed.
Yeah.
Like, you're still on that PS, still awake.
But you get me? It's like, don't be trying to send me to bed. That's one thing that I hate. It's like, okay, like I know I'm open 2 hours, but mind your business. Like,
you know what I mean?
Sending me to bed as if I'm 10.
Put me to sleep.
And it's like, even with the whole, because it's like sometimes the tone can come a bit off as like going back to like feeling belittled or like it kind of feels disrespectful. But like I said, it goes both ways. It's like, you don't like someone feeling like your mom. So that same way, don't act like somebody's dad.
One thing for me that I feel like this is what keeps me calm in like a dating or relationship type of scenario is that I find it so easy to like compartmentalize when my feelings like regarding someone, and when I'm angry, it's like I'm angry, you didn't do anything. Even if you did something, it's what you did, not who you are. So I'm able to just kind of take a step back and be like, okay, I feel this type of way about this.
Yeah.
I still like you. I still care about you. So I'm not going to let that stop me from interacting with you the way I usually do. Because at the end of the day, I'd rather have you and sometimes go through tough situations than let a tough situation stop me from having you. So I feel like if people just kind of are able to navigate their feelings better and not just let like that whole belittling thing comes from a place of obviously you can't control your emotions. Like because you're letting your emotions get to the point where
you're just so bossy.
But that's an emotion that's like based on it's a choice. Like it's a choice for you to act that way, and it's based on something is making you feel like that's the right thing for you to do.
That's
and
what I was gonna say.
you can't use your logic to be like, I'm supposed to respect this person because I've told them, you've expressed some sort of interest in them. And for me, I guess non-negotiables for me would be like respect. So it's like, if you're now being disrespectful based on like a situation we're in that you don't like, you need to work on your emotional maturity,
regulation.
That's
true. That's
emotional
very true.
regulation. You get me?
That's very, very true.
Not gonna lie.
But even with the reposting, like I feel like, bro, you know my TikToks, right? You know what I repost on TikTok. Anything that I find funny,
I can't even open your TikTok in public, bro.
You really know yourself. If you go and click onto the repost button, you already know the filth that's gonna come up. But I always feel like presenting this like persona that like, you know, you're kind of untouchable, or like this nonchalant like persona. I just don't see the point in it. Like I feel like you should just be authentic.
I've seen the mighty fallen though. I've seen the mighty fallen so many times. I'm just kind of like,
what you mean by that?
It's like all the people that act like they don't give a shit, but secretly they do.
Yeah.
They do. Like
they
they do. Like I've seen this
it's even
time
sweet
after
when
time.
you see them.
To get me like you like this, you have feelings.
Exactly.
Sometimes you're like, wow, the person that I don't give a toss
me,
about
bro.
nothing. I'm in my own world, my way or the highway, blah blah. I've seen them falling, all of them. So it's like sometimes when I see these people when they act so unfazed and all these type of things, I'm just kind of like, I rarely ever buy it because I'm like,
to act.
It's a facade at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And it's like, I'm so happy that I've realized it sooner than later, because hey, some of these people, they will sell it to you and you'll be buying it. You wouldn't even know that what you're buying is fugazi.
You get
Just do what you please. Life too short, lads.
You get me?
You know, do what you please.
But what's the craziest thing you lot have done for a girl?
Oh dear.
Got her a teddy bear.
You're lying. That can't be the craziest.
That's not even crazy. That's not even crazy,
bro. I don't do
what the hell does that make me?
I
don't do
and what the hell does that make me as well?
I feel like I'm just trying to think whose one will be what. Okay, I'll go first.
Please do.
I've probably done a lot of crazy things, but there's one particularly that stands out to me. So I was about 15 or 16. So obviously I didn't know how to drive at the time. Right? No, it's not going where you think it's going.
Okay.
So obviously I must have been like, I'm pulling up on someone now, and they live relatively far from me. So obviously, like I have to get on the bus. I have to go through town. But this person tells me that they want a McFlurry, right? Keep in mind, there's no McDonald's close to them. So what do? I stop off in town. I get a McFlurry.
I remember
you remember this? I get a McFlurry in town. O'Connell Street. I remember it exactly.
Oh my days.
O'Connell Street. I get a McFlurry and I hop back on the bus.
Damn.
And I hand deliver a McFlurry to them.
Dear God.
Do you get me?
I'm sure it was soup by the time it came to you. It was just was drinking it. What was it?
It didn't melt.
Nah, that's McDonald's. Adding some chemicals to it.
Sometimes I was even thinking about it today. I was like, what the? Like, I wasn't my determination that kept it cold.
You get?
I'm just thinking.
Guys on the bus.
Imagine, like, I don't know, I don't know how she turned me into Deliveroo or Uber Eats, but like, I didn't know that now I'm a delivery driver. Bro, I'm hand delivering ice cream on public transport.
I honestly think that there's just, I've always had this just self-respect. You know, bro, I'm telling you, I'm so sorry. I just have to be honest here. There's just certain things I'm like,
I'm just a nice guy, man.
Yeah, you are.
Try that one now, though. I might tell you to bug off.
Bro, like, there's certain things that I'm just kind of like, I think about it and I'm just like, would this person do this for me?
Yeah.
Probably not. Do I really like this person as much as this action will make it seem to them? So why am I gonna do it?
I don't know why.
I'm not gonna do that. Like,
sometimes I've done a lot of things in this life. I'm just like, brother, why? Like,
why did you do that? Like,
it's boredom, man.
Bro,
I'm bored. Sometimes I'm just so confused. I'm just like, delivery driver,
bro, for the plot, bro. He's not even delivery.
But this was before I was doing stuff for the plot. I'm just kind of like, have I always been like this?
Yeah, maybe, not, bro. Maybe you're having a realization right now.
I don't even know, like,
bro, one epiphany.
You get me?
Izzy, what's the maddest thing, craziest thing?
I already know yours is worse than mine.
Way worse than way worse.
I'm even scared. Just again, you know, try and keep it.
Let me keep
the realms of this conversation.
So obviously, this is like early in uni, right? So like, I really was feeling this girl, didn't it? So like, to showcase my love for her, to showcase my desire for her, I did one of her assignments, boys. It was. This was. Keep in mind, she was the year above me, so I was out of my depth. And we didn't even have ChatGPT in this age, boys. Oh my God. So I really grinded to pattern this, boys. I was looking up sources and everything.
Courses or a different course?
She was
a different course.
Nah,
it was a similar course, like it was a science course, innit?
I can't believe
she was a year above
somebody
me.
in real life who's done this.
Oh, boys,
and it's my boy.
It's a stain on my legacy. I can't even lie to you.
Crazy. Are you sure you want people to know?
Actually, edit that out. No. We can't be letting people know this because they're gonna look at me like I'm a dickhead, bro.
That love is agape love, bro.
The maths tutor. The next time anyone needs help, I'll send them your way.
God forbid,
I'm not gonna lie, bro.
You doing grinds for people
bro.
like me.
Did you use were you in a relationship or?
They were not in a
exactly. It was pathetic.
It's just someone you like.
Someone I like, bro, and I was just like to showcase that I'm the man for her, innit?
And
I did her assignment.
Okay, you done that.
Oh my gosh! I just remembered. I think I've gone through this, but I did it when I was a kid, and ever since. Bro, I'm a typical when you were 13, you did something for a girl, it didn't work out, and now you never do. That's me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm the stereotype.
Boys,
I've fallen many times.
Boys, that was a pretzel. That one, bro. That's my biggest disgrace.
I wrote a poem.
Wow.
I wrote a poem. I didn't stop there.
Well, you wrote a song as well, have you?
You wrote a song?
Yeah.
Seamus Heaney, bro.
I wrote a song, and I made it on GarageBand. And then I sent it to her on WhatsApp voice note.
Are you sure you want to let these that's so poor.
Oh my god.
But at least you were young, like.
I don't care, bro. I don't care. Are you the only one that was young?
I still remember I was in Irish class, bro. I was just thinking about this guy. I started writing the poem, man. Can't lie, bro. Yeah.
Who was it?
It worked out in the end.
Did it? At least it was success, like.
Yeah, man. I won't lie. That's the only that's the first time I ever did something crazy, and it was the last time.
First time,
but that's low key. Like, it's not the worst one, but it's the most Spanish one in my opinion.
Yeah, that was no self-respect.
Niggas doing up Shakespeare. Like, what's that? Where you at,
bro? I feel like I actually could have been a musician if. I'm screaming.
Oh,
never mind.
Oh God! No, you could. Nah, you could. Gara, bro. Oh, 100%.
I think if I let those emotions I had when I was a kid, fuel my passion for music, I would have been cold.
Would have been a theater.
You know, I was even saying it to you. My dad was even telling me to pursue music. You know.
Yeah, fair, bro.
I don't think I would though. No, I think it takes too much. There's too much to it. I
feel like laughing too much. Oh my gosh,
you have to perform a lot as well, boy. That's besides the point. I'll talk about that later. But boy, my stomach is actually hurting.
I won't lie, boy.
Oh my god. I didn't expect that from you, though,
yeah, bro. I completely blanked that side out of my life, bro.
It makes me understand why you are the way you are more now. I guess because it's like
get me.
You went through that very young age, innit? So you just pile yourself,
bro.
Do you still have the poem? Huh? You still have the poem?
I beg you read it to them.
I'm gonna read.
I beg you read it to them.
Do you know? I low key know some of it.
Okay, I'll go on.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Let me compose myself.
Okay. You know that feeling you get when you first start talking to someone you've just met, all the excitement, and boys, I haven't even said 4 lines.
Continue.
Nah.
It's good, man. It's good.
You're good. It's actually
it's good. I was saying it's good.
It's okay, man. The way the poem ended, it was like something like, we're all humans and we aren't perfect, but what if there was someone who was? What if I met her and she met me? What if it was the girl walking in the library?
Jesus Christ.
You know what it is, yeah? That's actually not bad.
High School Musical.
This is second year, so you haven't even reached junior cycle poetry.
Bro, you was in love, bro.
I was in a dip, bro. The love, bro. Yeah,
God. Well, look, You're here now, innit? You're here now, like your patterns.
I'm here now.
You know, exactly, man. Your pattern, your
write some
pattern.
poems
Maybe,
again,
bro.
real.
I think I
Pick
need,
up,
like, for me to do that, I feel like I need like somebody, like something. I need to feel something. You know?
Yeah, for real. I didn't mean to cringe as well. It's just like a reflex.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't even think poems
it's
is
a
crazy
reflex,
because
bro.
the thing with me when it comes to writing music, I always said it's like I feel like because when I went through my first, because obviously I've been writing music since 2018. When I went through my first heartbreak, that obviously I've spoken about this, that's when I was writing some good music. So I feel like I need to almost go through that pain again.
Yeah, but I can't. Bro.
You can't do it to yourself.
I know I'm capable of it. I think it's still like sometimes it's so hard for me to write, and it's just kind of like
Brain fog and right.
I don't even
Nah,
like
for
some
real,
like
Skip.
I just sometimes I just don't feel anything.
One thing that never meet your heroes sometimes. Yeah, 'cause
bro.
one thing I've realized is that I've met some like, you know, supposed to be cool, you know, Irish artists or you know whatever, and what they're like in person and then their talent are two different things.
Yeah,
so just because somebody is talented doesn't
Because
mean
they're not trained.
you get me.
They're
Like
just
doesn't
talented.
you get me? Doesn't mean they're a beautiful person on the inside,
Yeah.
which is one thing that's so scary for me because it's like I wouldn't want to even be so sick at like writing poems or like, you know, talented in whatever area and then I'm a shit person. Like
Yeah,
I'm
you
a,
got no substance,
You,
like-
you have no substance. You're not nice to be
You
around.
almost
Like,
need to be, I guess, trained to. But that's the thing about being an artist. I feel like you always have to put on a front because it's like how you are will affect how people perceive you, you as a person and your music. And it's
Because you're a
like-
brand at the end of the day.
exactly,
You get me?
and you're selling
Everything's a brand.
yourself.
literally,
And it's like
bro.
that makes me uncomfortable.
It does.
It is, yeah.
I feel like you can't
agree.
even be yourself anymore. You
can't.
you always have to be the whoever your artist name is. Like you always have to be them, and
Exactly,
I don't like that.
and
so.
that's all people want from you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? They might not even care to know like the real stories about like who you are or why you even make music or
No,
whatever
100.
the case is.
100.
This conversation has really just, you know,
Been flowing, boys.
table tennis.
But with
Really
that being
know.
said and done,
It's been
3TT.
It's been real.
man. We'll see you guys soon. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, follow,
100.
share, and we have a special announcement. Should we say this episode or the next episode?
The next one.
Yeah.
So that means they have to watch the
You have
next
to watch
one.
the next
And it
one.
will be at the end of the video. At the end.
So
in
if
fact,
you're
no, it might be in the middle.
Yeah.
Don't skip.
The lies got your head fried like a wonton. Here for the long run. Now here to sing song. We're here for a chit chat. Relax and sit back. Sit back, sit back, sit back.
No rush, 10 seconds, Snapchat, rewind, throwback, new pod on Instagram, better follow that, I like that, that Spotify, better add that, I like that.